Alright guys, I'm going to try this again. I just talked for 5 minutes and I guess my camera wasn't on. So let's hope it works this time. Anyway, I want to talk about that responsibility thing and the revelation I got today. My streams of consciousness, which I believe is wisdom from God, because I'm united with Christ and He talks to me all the time. He's a part of me. And when I take this quiet time out here on the land and there's nothing to distract me, why wouldn't I believe that He's talking to me? So He gave me this great idea today about work camping. So, you know, we've been in this off-the-grid thing for about 3-4 years now, and it all started because we made some mistakes financially that put us in debt and put us in a really rough place at one time. But we could have just gave up. We could have got bitter. We could have went after worldly pleasures in a different way, but we've just stuck it out. And that's part of the purpose that God has for us, I believe. And this land is part of that purpose too. So I'm thinking we could get some work campers out here to help us with some of this responsibility. And it's not going to be a burden to them because they'll be benefiting. We have a valuable piece of land in a beautiful part of North Carolina near many waterfalls and near Asheville, Cherokee, and Waynesville, and a lot of great places. And if someone has a camper that they're using that has like all the facilities in it where you don't need a hookup, it would have to be someone like that at this point. We have a place for them to park on the land. They work for us a few hours a day. We get some work done and they just got free place to park. I guess you could call it boondocking in a way, but it's work camping too, because you don't have to worry about it. You know you're somewhere where it's okay to be. So anyway, I'm thinking that could work, and it makes me think of, I was thinking back to the book of Acts, like early in my streams of consciousness, I was thinking about how sometimes people will look at the book of Acts and go, well, all those Christians worked together and they all loved each other and they all blessed each other and took care of each other and everybody was happy and in one accord. Well, they weren't in one accord because of any like institution that was making them do that. And that's really what socialism is about. It's somehow getting institutionalized and then making everyone do what they need to do. And Jesus said that to give cheerfully, not out of obligation. Not that you don't feel obligated. Obviously you have children. You better take care of those children and be responsible to raise them, because that's your job. And that's a big problem too. I mean, my daughter's into social work, and she struggles because she watches these all these foster kids and they need homes, and I understand that they need homes, but the bottom line is the root of it is that the parents aren't taking care of them. So that's where it all starts. So if you have children, that's your responsibility till they're old enough to take care of themselves. And that's one of the biggest things that we could do in life, is raise a child and make them responsible so that they can have a good life. But I got off track. So back to the book of Acts. So I just feel like everybody in that situation was happy with life because they were truly walking in the Holy Spirit. They were walking in their gifts. They were not serving the God of mammon. They weren't going to a job that they hated and then just feeling like they had to do it and then coming home and being bitter and miserable about because they can't do what they really want to do. They were really trusting God for His provision. And this adventure for us has totally been about that. And I want to be able to share that with other people. I want to get people back to the basics where they can do that again. And this work camping thing could really work because it's going to be beneficial to everybody and it'll bring God glory. So that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? So just wanted to share that revelation, and I'm excited, and God's got great things in store for us, and He has a plan and purpose for this land, and it's only going to get better. And our responsibility is our responsibility, but God will use other people to help and to be blessed in the process. And that's one thing he told me when I started this. He said, go for it, and I will provide, but don't be afraid to ask for help. It's just how you ask for help that I haven't quite understood. Because I don't want to be a charity case, and I know there's a lot greater needs than we have. This is more like barter. Could be a great way to just start a new way of thinking. And that's what, going back to Eric Fromm, that's what he was trying to do, is start a new way of thinking. As I said, I didn't study all of his work, but I don't think that was it. But he had some points, and I think we're there in this time of life. I think millennials are looking for that new way of thinking. They just don't know what it is. They hate capitalism, but they don't know what else to do. So I don't know. we're definitely free thinkers and nonconformists, and as you look around, like the last video I did with the logs, I feel like the artist in me is finally coming out. So have a great day, guys.